Hey, good evening, everyone. This will be a video log for September 2nd, 2025. It was a Tuesday. It was our day off from work. I woke up and I went to check on the garden, and then I did some reading. I was working on finishing Heretics of Doom, which I've been super into, and it's been so good, dude. So good. And then Ava and I went out to eat at Sunrise. She got chicken strips, and dude, their onion rings were bussin' today. It was so good. Such a good meal. And then I uploaded a YouTube short really quickly. It was just kind of like a random thing I threw together. Very mildly entertaining. And then played some video games, made dinner, and watched YouTube while I ate. Took care of the dishes and the trash. And then we watched the Vampire Diaries episode. I made a recovery video log for the rest of August. Yes, August comes first September. For the rest of August, so I can get them all edited and uploaded. And then played some video games as well. And so all the goals for today were to brush teeth, video log, shower, push-ups, do recovery video log catch-up, edit video logs, do laundry, sleep in, take out apartment trash, and take down the dishes. The only things I didn't do were make a video log the day of, shower, and edit video logs. So everything else got done, which huge plus. It was really nice. And then, yeah, it was a really relaxing day. Going out to eat at Sunrise was really fun. I love eating there. It was really nice. I did bring the bins to the curb for the trash. I did do that. Didn't need to, but I did because, what was it? It was a holiday or something. Yeah, it was Labor Day on Monday. So I brought the bins to the curb, and they're coming a day later. So lame of me to bring the bins out, but whatever. So yeah, and then I just wanted to share a daily thought of velocity in an economy. So when you're talking about velocity in an economy, is something people really don't understand, and it really frustrates me. So when you're talking about the velocity of money, it's how fast money is changing hands in an economy. So one of the things that we saw in recent modern history was Reagan became president and convinced a bunch of people, hey, if we give billionaires tax cuts, they'll have more money, they'll give us more jobs. So he introduces these tax cuts. Whether he believes this to be the truth or not is undecided today. He believes that they will take that money and put it into velocitous, they have a lot of velocity investments. He believes that money will be fast moving in the economy, and he makes other people believe that too. What happens in practice, because of how we've set up our modern financial system, is if you are making, let's just say, for example, $5 million per year in income, that is your businesses generating $5 million of profit for you. That is unfathomably crazy good. What we'll find is if you get a raise of $50,000 a year, you are not buying more jeans, you are not purchasing more groceries, you are not buying new silverware, you're not buying more furniture. That $50,000 extra, on top of your $5 million per year, that $50,000 extra is going to get dumped into investments. Investments in the modern day, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the what's the other one? NASDAQ. Those are very low velocity investments. What that means is the money you dump into there isn't the shares you buy in the company isn't going to get spent immediately. Okay? That just isn't going to happen. So what we find is people who are making obscene amounts of money every year are using that money to buy low velocity investments. They're not leveraging it for more risk to get more reward. And like, I always use the example of a bakery when I'm talking about high velocity. Like, if you have a local bakery and the business owners are good and you invest money into opening a bakery, they will be profitable. Bread is bread, bro. Like, we're always going to use bread. Good homegrown bakeries are incredible. They're relatively low cost. Right, flour, butter, yeast, salt, cheap. All it is like the employees and energy costs and initial investment to start it. Those are higher velocity investments. They're also generating income. That's a high velocity investment. When you invest directly into school systems, when you invest, like, that is money going to teachers that's going into the community. That's a high velocity investment. When you invest in the YMCA's or the local rec centers or libraries, those are higher velocity investments than the S&P 500 will ever be. And there is one caveat, is that money is high velocity for high wealth individual people. When you invest 10 grand in Nvidia, they give 10 grand to Oracle or OpenAI or some other some other technology company. Like, the money changes hands very quickly among richer people. So we're giving money to the rich to give to the rich. That's the low velocity. It doesn't actually come back into the economy, like the real economy, right? And so when I try to talk with people who I would say are much more conservative in their financial beliefs, and they go, you can't raise taxes on billionaires because they'll leave or something like that. A, it's been disproven. Billionaires won't leave if you tax them more. B, the government is the perfect system to recirculate wealth back into the actual economy. If you were able to tax billionaires effectively and literally didn't pay off America's debts and just put that money right into Social Security and just buffed Social Security, that money would recirculate through the economy so fast. The people who haven't been able to afford to do anything would suddenly start being able to do stuff. They would suddenly be able to get that chair fixed and go to the furniture repair guy. They would suddenly be able to get their car's oil changed consistently. They would suddenly be able to hire house cleaners. They would suddenly be able to go out to eat. They would suddenly be able to... There's so many things that they would suddenly be able to do when the money is put into higher velocity currents. And I cannot stress it enough. I am Republican. I cannot believe we were ever duped into giving tax breaks to billionaires. And I cannot believe we still do it. And I'm like, no, we'll make them pay less than before. What are we doing? They are the money. They are the people with money. You have to raise their taxes. You have to do that. They are the money. There's no money. What? Every single person in the bottom 60% of America is capitalist with no damn capital. And I'm gonna get heated about it. Because that's me, bro. That's me. But yeah, I think that if we actually took money and put it into higher velocity things, literally anything, if you invested in anything that is actually directly benefiting the economy and its people, the world would be a much, much, much better place. And from my perspective, the government is the only body that could successfully do that. There's no way conceivably for me to somehow take money from all these rich people and then reinvest it back into regular communities as one person. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You'd have to have a government body regulating the rules so that it doesn't occur the way it's occurred so far. Like, we have to fix the system to get the velocity back in the economy. Because they say, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck? That's fine when money is flowing abound, when it's flowing everywhere. That's totally fine. You can spend every dollar you have if you know you're going to make more dollars, as long as you're not going into debt, right? Like, that's fine. And I just wanted to share that thought because it really, really pisses me off that people sit here and try to defend the people who just park money in low velocity things. And it's not helping anyone, and it's making the situation worse, but it's all we know to do. So, yeah. I hope you all had a wonderful Tuesday, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.